Diyos maray na aga!
Good day everyone, this is Nero.
And this is Eunice.
And for today's video,
Bubalikan ta ang historya asin kultura kan sa mong banwa.
As early as 1569, the present name of Magallanes was called Hibalan. It was referring to the coastal areas extended from the entrance of Sorsogon Bay towards the south up to the present-day Barangay Biton. Magallanes was called Igway in 1583. In 1852, Magallanes was known as Parina. It was derived from the name of a hardwood tree, which was a durable material for the building of galleons and ships in the Spanish shipyard in Bagatao.
On July 16, 1864, the sub-parish was finally separated from Pasiguran and was canonically established as the new parish of Our Lady of Mount Carmel, having its first pastor, Reverend Father Higino de Castro. The Magallanes Festival, furthermore, honors the patron saint of Magallanes, the Lady of Mount Carmel, in reign as patroness and protector of the town and its people.
Did you know that the first Catholic Mass in Luzon was held in the town of Magallanes in 1569 by the Augustinian priest Fray Alonso Jimenez, and the place was formerly called Hibalon or Ibalon?
The holding of the first Mass in Ibalon or Hibalon in 1569 is evidenced by the records of the San Agustin Museum in Cebu and Manila, which stated that Fray Jimenez went to Ibalon in the province of Camarines, which is the name of the Bicol region at that time, where he resided for some time, baptized a lot of Indios and principals, and built a small chapel.
Hello! So we are here at Hibalon. We are very proud to know that Christianity in the island of Luzon started here. Mapresko, this is a nice place for you to relax.
Plus, it's environmentally vibrant with fun-loving people. So don't forget to take your friends and family here. Tourists are most welcome here to visit the site.
Welcome to Hibalon!
Called Bagatao, which means looks like a human, is an island that was very famous during the Spanish regime because the Spaniards established here a shipbuilding yard.
The Astillero de Bagatao. It played a very significant role in the development of international trade and commerce in the Philippines as a result of the Manila to Acapulco galleon trade. The Astillero started its operation sometime in 1609 to 1610. Workers were conscripted from Albay and Catanduanes and were described as workers of unrevealed skills in shipbuilding.
Spanish galleons passed by the port of Bagatao for repairs, refurbishing and restocking supplies as a refuge during storms. Bagatao had abundant hardwood species called parina.
In addition of that, there were abundant nara, molave, yakal, kisok, and nawuan needed for the construction of the various seacraft and vessels.
Welcome to Astillero de Bagatao. This is the place where the galleon Santissima Trinidad in Nuestra Señora del Buen Fin built.
Bagatao also served as the one of the major ports of call for Spanish galleons in their turn of vuelta from Manila to Acapulco. They used the Astillero for refurbishing of supplies, repairs, or as a safe harbor in times of storms or typhoons. Here, they waited for fair weather before attempting to cross the treacherous Embocadero de San Bernardino in open sea.
So moving on the shipbuilding yard, we can see here a replica of a galleon. This is the Santissima Trinidad in Nuestra Señora del Buen Fin. This is one of the famous and largest galleon ever built in 1750 at the Royal Astillero de Bagatao here in Magallanes.
The galleon, also popularly known as the El Poderoso or the Mighty. She had a carrying capacity of 2,000 tons and was armed with 6 cannons. She was able to carry as many as 5,608 crates of cargo on a voyage to Acapulco.
and she measured 167 feet in length and was 50 feet in the beam. This galleon was attacked by British frigates, and after firing her with more than 1,000 cannonballs, they were unable to penetrate the galleon and only caused minimal damage.
Galleon's rebuilt hull was a testament to the ability of the shipwrights in the archipelago, who were able to design vessels and use the impenetrable Philippines tropical hardwoods found here in Magallanes. Here we go. This is one of the best beaches here in Sorsogon, found here in the town of Magallanes in the island of Bagatao. Experience nature's best at the pristine beach of Oral. But wait, that beach is not only the reason why the island is extraordinary.
What makes it very interesting for travelers is its beautiful and historic lighthouse. The 29 feet white cylindrical iron tower is situated on the rocky headland, built in 1903 to 1904. This historic Spanish light was earlier proposed on Bagatao Island, which assists ships in navigating.
The serene place and quiet environment. Magayon as in mapresko. Climbing all the way up to the Parala Lighthouse, we can see the amazing view of Mayan volcano.
This is one of the most beautiful 100-years-old lighthouses and awesome beaches in the Philippines.
The breathtaking view of the ocean.
Hainan!
The Parala Beach here in Magallanes. This would make your vacation goals perfect. Trip to the historical places and events of Magallanes during the Spanish period? If yes, we will continue and show you the last two dioramas, which are the copra production and the fisherman's life that depict the current livelihood of Magallanes, the Paralukad and the Parasira.
Magallanes sprawls over a total land area of 15,111 hectares and weaves an irregular spread of productive lands planted mostly with coconut. That's why copra production is one of the main livelihood of Magallanes.
Harvesting coconut begins when Parakanggot places a long pole with a sharp specialized sickle. They called it pagkanggot. After that, farmers gathered the coconuts and collect them in piles. They are placed in a large basket made of bamboo or kanga, and is placed atop a sled pakapang pulled by a caravan.
Removing the husk is called pagpalaw, and splitting the coconuts called pagbatak. Coconut farmers carefully arrange the half of coconuts in a kiln or agunan, which is a copra cooking pit with bamboo stud as flooring.
When the copra within the shells is certain to be cooked, the farmer together with a few helpers removes the meat using a sharpened scraping tool or what they call pagtipan, and sell their produce. Copra in jute sacks are hauled and transported to a preferred buying station for selling. This is what we call the Parasira. Magallanes is primarily considered a coastal town as 21 of its 34 barangays are considered coast barangay. The fishermen of Magallanes are able to read the weather, determine where a particular school of fish can be found, and what kind of fish is in season. A very common method is a lone fisherman rowing a small boat called seabait and uses the hook and line or the bandit. Another common method is the use of nets or what we call hikot.
Nets are the primary tool of the fisherman. Net pores and thread thickness vary based on the target fish. Certain fish can be easily caught using traps instead of nets. The simplest one can be made using a combination of bamboo strips and nylon. Larger traps are used to catch fish like species of grouper or lapulap. Along the shore, the fish traps are piled neatly when unused.
The exhibit also includes Taisho 14 machine gun used by the Japanese Emperor from 1914 to 1945, especially during World War II. A coin collection donated by other Magallanes, also the vintage souvenir teaspoon collection owned by Gloria L. Mariano, and silverware used by the Estrada and Abraham family since the 18th century. A wooden basin or batcha owned by Hermida family and has been used since the 1930s, and an old dictionary owned by Don Pedro Rocha. There is also paintings exhibited follow the theme of the dioramas. 2 paintings were done by Dr. Danilo Herona, which is the arrival of the first Archbishop of the Philippines, Fray Domingo de Salazar, at the Bay of Ibalon in Sorsogon, and the Galleon Santissima Trinidad in Nuestra Señora del Buen Fin in a battle against a British ship in San Bernardino Strait, and also the painting of Galleon by Shalom Bobis Adorno in 2014. As part of the material culture of the town, a 200-year-old jar is exhibited. It is owned by Mr. and Mrs. Wenceslao and Alicia Henorga, and 4 dulays from Mrs. Marciana Greenpola of Barangay Kaditaan. The rice and corn grinder, and also the 1819 stone called mitati, used for grinding cocoa, and coffee beans, donated by Mr. and Mrs. T. Jong Lai. A sewing machine manufactured in 1915 is loaned by Mrs. Rosalina of Kaditaan, and an old iron used with charcoal from Borton family. This typewriter that used since 1969 donated by Shah family. This antique Fairbanks platform scale used in 19th century donated by Aditan, and the replica of Fragata Española Año, a Spanish ship that fought in the Battle of Cape St. Vincent, that donated by Mercy Bea Joso of Sitio Hibalon.
Make the most of your travel, extend more fun hours and energy to discover what truly this historic town of Magallanes has to capture the moment of unhurried life of freedom and simplicity of a hometown.
So what are you waiting for? Choose Magallanes and feel the warmth and hospitality of Magallanes.
Thank you for watching!